Lou. It's WrestleRoni. Wonderful. Doubt it. Welcome to the show. Who we thought was an old amigo. Nowadays, I just call him Hill Jaxx. I see you made the old Hillio. You caused Rucker to lose the PWL Championship to Lane effing Cali, of all people. Tyler Jaxx, how are we feeling, good friend, buddy?
Can we say that one more time? PWL champion Lane Cali, ex PWL champion Anthony Rucker. That has a good ring to it, especially the ex World Champion part.
Never in my life. You think you know somebody. Like, talk about a shocker, man. Thank God I wasn't there to see this live and in person.
Oh yeah.
What the hell are we thinking? What's going on, man?
I mean, I'll put it to you this way. In a sense of, I just felt very unappreciated. Not to, talk anything about like Logan Taylor or Trevor Gage, But, I mean, I agree with kind of how their team is called the unappreciated. Because let's look at all the talent in West Virginia right now. We have me. We also have me. And then we have people like Gen Z, Lane Cali, people who are busting their asses. Hell, we just came from Wrestling Revolver like 2 months ago. Do you not realize we're putting in the grind? But yet, here's companies that aren't giving us any opportunity, not pushing us. But yet, we got somebody who's a year in, like effing Anthony Rucker. And then he's like, oh, yeah, big brother, I am world champion. Like, no, you're not. You're just some kid who got pushed by a company who liked you. Like, that's all Anthony was.
And because you were his friend, you talk about not getting opportunities. Because you were friends with Rucker, you got the opportunity at the tag belts and was a tag team champion.
See, the first thing you said right there is because of Anthony. If it wasn't because of Anthony, yeah, I'll admit I wouldn't have been an RSW champion. But yet, you've seen how much work I've put in, Lou.
Yeah.
You've seen it all.
I've documented it. Half of it's on the channel, and there's a whole other half that I can't even keep up with you.
Exactly. So why am I getting stuck in opening matches if it wasn't me teaming with Rucker? Huh? Why am I getting stuck in fire-ass four-ways? Huh?
What's wrong with fire-ass four-way?
Not getting put. No. I don't mind it, honestly. But the thing is, I'm not getting title opportunities or any kind of a push. So I feel just like I'm being used, like I'm just some other wrestler on a card. And I'm not. And you know this, but yet here you are not defending me, going out and booing me because of what I did to Ruck.
Did you try to talk to anybody, or did you just go out there and turn on Ruck?
Who do you think I talked to? It was the other man in the match. See, Lane came up and he told me, he was like, he didn't want to fight. Here's the thing. If you really look at Lane, he's a good person. He reminds me of me.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
And he listen, no. He came up and he realized that, hey, I don't want to fight you, Tyler, but I have my thing with Ruck. He became friends. He saw what we could be, what I am, what he is. We are talented people in West Virginia who are not getting the appreciation that we deserve.
How can you come on WrestleRoni of all podcasts and talk about not being appreciated as a young talent in West Virginia?
Yeah. Okay. And point?
I don't understand the psychology of it. I said, did you talk to anybody? You talked to the last person you should have ever talked to. He's not going to get you a title shot. He's going to use you. Obviously, he's using you. He used you to win the PWL championship.
Well, here's the thing. Lane's a friend.
He's your friend.
He absolutely is. But like, I didn't go over to talk to him. He came to talk to me. He saw where I was after we lost the belts to the Golden Boys. He saw what happened. Nobody else texted me. Lou, you didn't even text me. You didn't even text me saying, hey, I heard about what happened. I'm sorry about it, Bubby. You didn't even text me.
I didn't know. I didn't have time to text you.
You definitely knew. You Ruck's bitch. Let's be honest.
He's
You
not
go around
texting.
with Ruck everywhere.
Well, he's not texting me right after the match. He's got, especially when somebody takes a steel chair to his leg.
That was after. Actually, that wasn't even me. That wasn't even me. I hit him with the door.
Oh,
That's what I did. I took him out and hit him with the door.
I'm just going on the post and what I see. Again, I wasn't even there. I get the news and I find out it's you that cost Rucker. You come out in a mask. Why you even wear a mask to run out?
Well, the mask is very simple. It's a purge mask. And that's pretty much what I aim to do to West Virginia in the sense of, okay, I got a question for you, actually.
Okay.
This question will go to your question, but what do you think wrestling in West Virginia is? Do you think it's actual pro wrestling, or do you see the politics in the back?
I've seen both sides. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely agree with the politics in the back. I've seen
Yep.
but I've seen what can happen in the ring as well.
Yep. Yep. And yet, how much more of politics do you see than pro wrestling, bud?
It's definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
rampant.
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it.
So
I can meet you there.
the mask, in a sense, on the top of it, you can see the word God. And that's how I look at myself as. Let's be honest. I look in the mirror and I realize that I'm the person that needs to talk about what happens in the back. I'm the person that needs to just expose everything.
Have you talked to Jason about this?
I don't need to. I genuinely don't need to. No, I've talked to him so many times. I've asked him so many questions that he's probably tired of me. And I've learned from him enough to where I know what's right and what's wrong. Right now, this just feels right. This feels like what I need to do to have everybody see who I am.
Fair enough. What made you come to this realization? When did you come to this realization that you're now the god that needs to purge West Virginia?
When we lost the belts.
Okay.
That's because when Rucker first started, he was a referee. And when I started RSW, I tried to help him. So, in a sense, we became brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a first-hand taste of what the politics can do in the back because RSW decided to split us up. Ruck got up on a golden house on top of a hill. Yet here I am, still on the streets.
Oh.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Okay.
There's no. Do you see middle ground anywhere? No. There's only people that the promoter likes and that do favors for them. And yet here's the other people who actually bust their ass just being left down at the bottom.
Now, I'll be the first to say Ruck busts his ass more than anyone. He's first one there, busts his ass. I don't see what you're doing, Bubby. I see what Ruck's doing, and I'll be the first to say he's busting his ass.
I mean, you could say that. In your eyes, he's busting his ass. In my eyes, he's just doing favors for the promoter. That's all I see. That's it. It's just pure politics. There's no coming together and voting and seeing like who it has the right idea and who has the wrong idea. Because the wrong idea lately has been used so many times in these everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not. You're saying it's not just an RSW thing. It's
No.
Okay.
Here, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
And this is no hate towards anybody. This is nothing. When's the last time you seen Tyler Jaxx on a BGW show?
I was going to ask you. I don't see you working for a lot of other promotions.
Do you see anywhere else? Do you see me on an ASW poster?
No.
Do you see me on a Conquest poster?
No. I don't even see you in PWL anymore, bub.
Well, Ruck all messed that up. Actually, I might come back because Ruck's not champ in his lane. I might come back. I don't know.
So
I'll think about
PWL's
it.
an option. But you're saying there's some you just plain out don't want to work for.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not saying
explain
I
your
don't want.
talk here.
I don't want to. I'm not saying that I don't want to work for these companies. No, I will absolutely love to. But do you see me on the posters? Do you see
You're
me? Do
saying you're not
you hear
welcome.
anything from me? Like, hey, Bubby, I got this opportunity. I'm very excited for it.
Got you. Well, it's a good thing we clarified. I'm glad we clarified that.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Like, honestly, there's so much wrong with independent wrestling in West Virginia that I'm just sick of it. We got you have people coming on here dissing others for no reason. Do you realize that?
That's kind of what
Please tell
keeps us
me.
going.
Huh?
That's kind of what keeps this podcast going. You was just dissing Rucker.
Okay, but at least I say his name. There are people that come on this podcast and just plainly just don't mention people's names, but yet you know who they're talking about.
Well, it's not
And
just the
you know who they're
podcast.
talking about.
You see it on social media too. You know,
Okay, but here's the thing. You and I saw eye to eye. Why didn't you do nothing about it? Because I sure as hell would have. What happened?
What are you referencing?
What do you
You're saying somebody came on my podcast and talked shit about you.
Well, here's the idea, buddy. If you can't see it in your own eyes, why should I explain it to you?
Okay, fair
Why
enough.
should I waste my voice and waste my breath trying to explain to you something that's very obvious?
I think you know in your heart of hearts, that I've had your back since day one. I've done everything I could to promote you, and in return, hell, you did everything you could to promote the Roni. We had a great relationship, I thought.
And then you started jacking off Rucker from behind. Let's be honest.
So you hate
Where
me because of Rucker, basically, and
I
I'm
hate
mad at
you,
you because of Rucker.
I hate you because of the fact that you decide to go with the golden boy, the person who's always getting pushed at RSW, but yet I don't get the same love in the back. Let's be honest there. Like, let's talk about it honestly. Like, do you ever come up and give me the same amount of love you do Ruck? Because lately I don't see it.
I honestly thought I did. If I see you, as soon as I see you at the show, I give you a hug, see what's up, and everything.
Yeah, but you don't give me the same treatment Ruck gets.
But
Hell, Ruck gets so much special treatment that it's ridiculous.
it's because Ruck is always there, Tyler. Ruck, if you're at an RSW show, Ruck's going to be there. Everybody knows him. He's there to be known. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's, you're not always there. We don't know you like we know Ruck.
yeah, but here's the thing: he gets so much special treatment, and that's why he comes. He
And it's
comes to
his
the
home
show so early.
promotion, bro. Like, he is
He
building
goes
that
to the
promotion.
show so early just because of the fact that he knows he'll get he'll get the extra pay, he'll get the big spotlight, he'll get the big matches. He knows what he'll get, and so he's just gonna do whatever he can to keep it.
Why not? Why not do that? If you know you can do that and you get what you want out of it, why not do it?
And here's the thing: I've been doing the same thing, but yet where's my big spotlight? Where's my big title match? Where's my push? Do you see where the line is? Do you see
I see what you're
why
trying
I'm mad?
I see the route you're taking, and I do agree with some of your points. My point is the way you went about it. Is that how we're going to act going forward? We're just going to be lawless and
it got your eyes on it, didn't it? It got everybody's eyes on me now. Buck is a symbol. He's like Jesus on a cross. I'm using him as a symbol. He's the big cojones, I guess, right now, even though he shouldn't be, and I'm coming to take him out. It's like we're in prison.
Okay.
He's the big bad. He's the famous. He's the most famous one there. So guess what? I'm the new one. I'm the new prisoner. I'm going to take him out.
All right. Well, you're the talk of the town now. You do. You got everybody talking after the stunt you pulled, and twice in one night you're acting like a maniac. So where do we go from here? What's the plan going forward?
November 2nd. For once, Tim and Dakota actually did something smart, and they actually booked me and Ruck as soon as they could. And it's going to be November 2nd. Same building I, quote-unquote, attacked and betrayed him.
You slammed his leg in a door.
Casualties of war. What can I say?
dude, like, I know you guys were friends. I've saw you guys. I've hung out with you both. And yeah, you lost the tag titles. You weren't up. It sounded like you didn't want to have the match leading into it. But these things happen. Is where you went with it is all that necessary. That's where we're at now.
And it was. It absolutely was. Because without the tag titles, what do I get? Rock's going to keep on going and going and getting pushed and pushed. And it's going to be the same thing it was whenever he first started.
So
Because here's the thing, Lou. You remember when me and him were talking about being a tag team? Hell, we went into a show as a tag team.
Right.
And then we split because the promoters saw two different paths for us. And one way is where Rucker went. And he's on the golden house on the hill. And you already know where I am. Until I attacked him. Until I took out his leg. Now, I got eyes on me. Do you understand? I have eyes on me now. I get to show people who I am. Not Rucker. Not anybody who doesn't deserve it. Me. And hell, Lane now gets an opportunity to show everybody who he is. Because he's now a world champion.
Dark days, man. Dark days. I never thought I'd see the day. I really didn't. You always seemed like such a good kid. And you're wanting the spotlight. You're craving the spotlight.
I'm craving something I never got, Lou. You guys came. I got this text whenever I first started working for RSW. And it was from Tim, actually. And he was like, "You got a good future ahead of you, Bubby. You know, we're going to do what we can. We're going to help you out as much as we can, Bubby." And look where that got me. Here.
So, okay. So this is plan B, we'll say.
Yep.
You're pulling all this bullshit, doing what you're doing. So let's say, hypothetically, you beat Ruck on November 2nd. After you go through him, do you really think that's going to get you a title match? Do you really think you're going to be a title contender after slamming his leg in the door?
Same thing I said before. It's just casualties of war.
But earlier
like
we were talking politics and how politics can hold you down. Wouldn't you want to keep those guys happy is my point.
No, I would do all I can to switch. I want this indie wrestling bullshit politics to be switched upside down. Okay? I want people who get title opportunities to have earned them. To have go and do whatever it takes to get that title opportunity because they're hungry. That's the wrestling I grew up on. This isn't the wrestling that I'm in right now.
You don't think?
So in a sense, I'm doing all I can to get to where I want to be, which is the World Championship. But yeah, I'm taking all the paths I need to. I'm not doing no goody two shoes, taking the safe route. No. Because that never got anybody looking at me. That never got me merch sales. And yet, like I said, me attacking Ruck, that's getting everybody looking right in my direction. So in a sense, in this life, you need to do all you can to survive. And that counts for the wrestling business. And I don't see that anymore.
Okay. All right.
That is what makes a world champion, is the fact that they do whatever it takes to keep their belt. Right?
Makes sense. But I ask you this. What about the fans, man? You had a lot of people in your corner. You had a lot of people pulling for you. What about the fans?
I mean, to those that are still by my side, that believe the message that I'm preaching, I love them. I respect them. But to the people who look at what I'm doing in a sense of democracy, in a sense of just plain evil, I couldn't give less of a shit. Because this is the path that needs to be done. This is what needs to happen in order for there to be something to change.
All right. Okay. I got you. A perfect world. A wrestling world in Tyler Jaxx's vision. Tell me who's at the top. Tell me what it looks like, what changes you're making. What's the perfect world that you want, sir?
The perfect world that I want is to have champions that bust their ass and do whatever it takes to be at the top. You've seen firsthand what Lane Cali does to get to the top. He takes any means necessary. And where's that path for him? Going through you. And look where that got you.
Yeah, it ruined my life. So we're just going to ruin lives and the hell with the guys we leave behind, even if they were cool with us, even if they did help us.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what needs to be done. So it's what's going to have to be done. And I'm just an agent of chaos. That's all it is.
Man, it's an enlightening episode. I'll tell you that. I sounds like you're really in love with Lane. That's cool.
Oh, no. Lane sees the vision too. He's like a brother to me.
Oh my.
See, he was underrated, and now he's champion. I'm underrated, and I guess that makes me a future world champion. There's a lot of underrated talent, and you know one of them firsthand. Oh, Gen Z.
Gen Z.
He's been working his ass off.
He
and
has.
What has that gotten him? It's gotten him a lot, just nothing. He finally got an opportunity with WrestleCade coming up, and that's been his first opportunity in a while, ever even. And he's been busting his ass, and he's been one of the best around here.
And I'll give him that. But there is so much talent around here, and like you said, there is a lot of politics involved. There's politics on every level. But bro, you just got to understand there is so much talent. Like when it's your time, it's your time. Like
it's been our time.
Okay.
The people at the top, Dustin Alexander, for example, he had his time, and he used more than what he had. In fact, he used more of everybody else's time, everybody else's spotlight. And now look at him. He's back at home with his wife without a title.
Yeah, for the listeners that aren't aware, Dustin Alexander has retired. He's no longer RSW champion. And Tyler Jaxx is on here kind of making a mockery of it, which is
it's time for a new generation. It's not time for these old heads to keep barking down new talent that keeps coming. You want to know? Here's the thing. I have had so many times where these old heads try to fight me for no reason. And I look at them smiling. I will look at them smiling because I know one thing, and that is that I'm better than they ever could be. It's time for this new generation of wrestlers to show what they're made of.
I hate to dig it, but I do dig what you just said. So.
Exactly.
Damn it. I do, man. Like, when you say you're better, like, hey, man, wrestling's good in West Virginia. That's what I'll say. I'll leave it at that. I ain't getting myself in trouble. You're doing enough. So we're getting rid of the old heads, and we're doing it up. We're going to show West Virginia what wrestling's all about.
Oh, yeah. You've already seen what people like Troy Parker and Nurse Mikey can do.
Yup.
They're going all around the states, everywhere. Hell, they're on CZW, a company that I grew up watching.
Yeah, there you go. And Micah, she was just down CMLL a couple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have people in this state that give it their all, and there's very few who are getting opportunities. We have the talent, but yet nobody can see it because what? We take the safe route because we were taught to not get involved into what other people say, and we think it's wrong. We're taught to not get involved in that, and I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
If it's something wrong, we need to talk. We need to get this done. We need to get it over with. I'm tired of wrestling being politics. I'm tired of indie wrestlers having to become politicians in order to get somewhere.
Okay.
We have talent. We have people like me. We have people who are coming up like, okay, Ophi Kessler. We have all these people. And there's some people that shouldn't be in this wrestling business.
Straight up shouldn't be in it. Like, well, okay, for what makes it where somebody shouldn't be?
I heard that, and I'm not saying who. You are not getting me in trouble. They know exactly who they are. I've commented onto their posts a few times. There's people who should not be in the business. Okay? This isn't daycare. This isn't Make-A-Wish. This is pro wrestling.
Trying to make it the best we can, man. Hey, you know yourself. I made Trials of Ascension to try to showcase up and new coming talent.
And I respect that. I absolutely love the idea.
I tried, bro, and I won't go down that road, but we'll say I wasn't given too much to work with eventually. Yeah, like I say, politics, baby, politics. So Trials of Ascension, it's basically canceled, no more. So I can say I tried, by God, for young talent. Even if I'm never in the wrestling business again, I know I tried for y'all.
I mean, and I respect that. You had good people on there, and you were showing off good talent. But
Great matches.
There's some people on there like Rucker, who have been given so much of a push that they have just gotten the biggest head, and you were helping support that.
Okay.
Like I said, there's some people that should not be in the business.
All right, all right, all right. Let me play devil's advocate then. When I was doing Trials of Ascension, we'll go a little shooty shoot on this. I made a group chat. Hey guys, this is the match card this week. If you can send me some promos, it would help out the show. OK, Gen Z, and Ruck, and Lane. The only ones that's ever sent me promos. And I did that weekly, asking, and I never ever got a response.
You want to know something funny? I never got added to that.
I was going to say.
So thanks for telling me.
Yeah, but you were never added because you were never on a card I was at filming, sir.
Oh, well, I could have gotten you footage. I could have asked somebody. You could have asked me. These are the things that we need to do. We need to ask people, like, hey, can you see about on the next show if you can give me footage?
Okay.
I would have absolutely done it, but yet you never reached out.
Fair enough. I'm glad we had this discussion. Fair enough. I should have, because I would have loved to have you on it, and I would have.
Oh well.
Yeah, there you go. Mistake by
as he says, womp womp.
Yeah, I'll take the L on that. That's my mistake, because it would have been an awesome help, and I know you would have helped. But yeah, like I say, that's a shoot, man. Like you say that it's the young talent's time. Well, then they need to step up. Not just it goes further than just showing up at the show and doing a great match. Start posting promos on social media. Let people know you're out there. You got to make your presence known.
We have people that do that.
We have
people. You can't talk like there's not anybody on the streets that do it.
No, there's some. There is some that do it and do it very well. Gen Z, one of them.
Yep. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, there's a lot of people that just show up
and they're really good in the ring. Yeah, they're really good in the ring, but you don't know anything else about them.
They might not even be good in the ring, but they just show up expecting a match or whatever. And like I said before, this isn't Make-A-Wish. You gotta earn.
Yeah.
That's what I want in wrestling more is spots that go to wrestlers that earn it, not that just show up. Because there's a lot of wrestlers that just suck. I'll straight up say there's a lot of wrestlers that just shouldn't be in the business. And if they have been for a while and they were good and now they're not, well, time to hang up the boots.
You're right. You are right. Like, I ain't in the business anymore, so I can go along with it. No, I see it. I see it out there. Yeah. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier. There is so much talent right now that you could have great shows with all the talent involved if you eliminated the ones that suck. You could. You're exact. I'll give you that.
There you go. We need also here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like we need to bring in other wrestlers from out of state more. Because there's a lot of great talent around that we just don't bring to West Virginia more. Yep. We don't have that many eyes on West Virginia indie wrestling, do we?
Nope.
Okay, so why not bring in more people out of state? Like, there's some companies like, I'm trying to think, Conquest. Conquest just did Troy Parker versus Calvin Takeman.
Yep, I filmed it.
And Calvin Takeman is a beast, is somebody who is making waves.
Yep.
Why not do that everywhere? Why not bring in more talent that has eyes on them? That way we can have more eyes on us.
That's one thing, and another thing I always say: iron sharpens iron.
Exactly. Like there's people in North Carolina that I wish would come up
Yep,
more. Like Morgan Dash,
I was
a
gonna say him.
fantastic wrestler.
Yep.
Robert Martyr, another fantastic wrestler that doesn't get enough
Hmm.
credit.
I tried to bring in Morgan Dash. Evan Golden tried to bring in Evan Golden,
Yeah, there's so much talent,
and that's
but yet why aren't we bringing in more?
yeah. And I've been told, Tyler, that we don't bring in these names because they're not going to sell tickets anyway. The fans around here, they're not indie wrestling fans. They don't know the ROH guys or MLW guys or what have you.
We,
My
I,
argument to that is, but they can work with the boys, and the boys can learn from them.
here's a little fun fact. The first show I ever did that I was super excited for, and it was a battle royal, and it was ASW. One of the only times they've ever booked me.
Ah,
Hi, good to have your eyes on me now. Um, First time I ever worked for them was a battle royal,
uh-huh.
and and that whole card was full of people. Enzo Amore, Big Cass, FTR. We had people like Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards that came out.
Oh
And
shit!
how did that show do? How did that show do?
I don't know. Tell me.
It did pretty damn good. It
Did it?
sold about 500 tickets in Beckley.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
but yet, like you said, apparently it doesn't. People say they don't draw tickets.
Yeah.
Is
So
that it? So what? They don't draw tickets. You can still help the wrestlers.
yep.
This is what we need in West Virginia. We need help. We need eyes on us more.
Yep.
Yeah. We can be as good as the people in Carolinas, as Tennessee and Kentucky and Pennsylvania.
All the talent's there. That's why I made the channel, bro. Like there wasn't enough footage of what's going on out there, and I was like, this is really good. Like,
This isn't me talking about bad about you right now. Keyword is right now.
right?
This is just me saying that what just ask actually this is me saying this is just me asking like what's going on? Why aren't we doing anything?
Yeah.
We have people that can show off the talent for West Virginia. That
Yep.
can bring in crowds and money. There's people out there that can bring in money and crowds. Let's use them. Hell, look at Javon Evans.
Yep.
He's on NXT now, and yet he came out to a few shows in West Virginia. And I remember one show, it was barely a draw, but
Okay.
he still went out there and he helped out.
Mm-hmm.
He helped out as much as he could, and guess what? That guy's on NXT now. Wish people who just overlooked him. I bet they wish they could have booked him. I heard from him now.
I used to watch Zema Ion all the time at back in the day at local shows in Fairmont and Morgantown. He's on Raw now, It can
Why don't
happen.
we? What's going on? What are we doing?
No, you're
What's
right.
the,
And dude, I thought I was seeing a change, and I really think it's still there. I don't want to be cynical and all this just because I'm not in the business. I think the change is still there. It's just slowed down.
so let's speed it back up.
Yeah, kind of going back to our old ways a little bit, just kind of taking our foot. And it's the end of the year. Everybody's burnt out. Everybody's been working, working, working.
But
So
yet
we roll
we
in
got a
2025. What do we do? What do we do to change things?
we bring in more talent from out of state. We get better opportunities to better wrestlers. Like hell, let's get more people to look at us. We have talent coming up. I named 3 of them, 4 including me, actually 5 including me, because I count as 2 times the effing wrestler nowadays.
All right,
But
Tyler Jaxx, let's sell this young talent that we're talking about. This is what me and Ruck did. This was my perfect plan. In a perfect world, I was going to have an 8-man tournament to decide who was the best young up and coming talent in West Virginia. Help me book this tournament. We got, we'll say you, Ruck, Lane, and OK. You pick the other 4.
Gen Z,
Okay.
Steel. There's a guy named Steel who's good. We'll
Where'd
bring
you?
in Jason.
Who?
Why not just bring in Jason? It'll get more eyes on us.
Jason Kincaid.
Why not just add just talent? Just
Because
add if we're doing a perfect tournament. Like, okay, what is tell me again, what is the specifications about this tournament?
I'm thinking like the old Super 8s, bro, that ECWA used to do. Like, they had the guys that were coming up, not the guys that made it, the coming up guys. So
Okay.
Jason couldn't beat it because Jason has definitely made it.
Jason's definitely made it.
Yeah.
Johnny Youngblood. Yeah,
Nah, he's
he's made it, but at the same time, people need to look at him more.
right on. See, because I put Rossfield in there as much as
Rossfield is definitely good. He's definitely should be on there.
there's a bunch. Frost or BBC you could put in there.
Yeah. Troy Parker, I mentioned him earlier.
Yeah. I kind of think Troy's kind of.
He's made it, but at the same time, he could. There's a lot more eyes that could be on him. He could be in so many places right now.
Let me ask you this: we're talking about bringing in names. Who do you want to work that's not working in West Virginia?
Easy. There's so many. There's Kenta, and either one of the workhorsemen, JD Drake, Anthony Henry.
No doubt.
Um, oh my gosh, I've got what his name is now. Cameron. It was Cameron Grimes, Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
Trevor Lee. We can bring back Leo Rush. He was on a PWO show.
I know.
But yeah, why aren't there a lot more people talking about that? We had Leo Rush here, somebody who's made it in WWE and in ROH and AEW.
Yeah.
We have people trying to do what we need to do.
When I first started, like sniffing around RSW, I was on Twitter and I saw that Fuego del Sol had been in West Virginia for a show. And I was like, why didn't I know about this? You know, like I didn't know that Fuego was going to be in West Virginia. Nobody had spread the word.
Yeah, we need more people to spread words because I know what show he was on a show and he was in a tag match with Steel and Gen Z back when they were still a tag team.
Really?
Yep, back at BGW.
Okay. So there you
Hi,
go.
lady.
Full circle, by God. Well, damn it, Tyler. I came into this super pissed at you, but I kind of see your motives. But I still love Ruck.
But yet, like you said, you see why I'm doing what I have to do. You agree You agree with me more than you disagree, but yet here I am being called the bad guy.
I would support you if you didn't hit Ruck with foreign objects. I would 110% support you.
He had the door coming to him. That's what happens. He was in the way. He's the top. Listen. Let me ask you this: who has more eyes on them, me or Ruck?
But just a few months ago, you were with Retro Reset, right? And they had a TV deal.
And now they're shut down.
Okay.
What happened there? We got nothing now. Retro was a good show. It's something we needed, but yet,
yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I've heard stories, but there's no Retro Reset. Okay. So I'm kind of understanding the mentality more. It's almost a desperation thing. Like RSW, that's where you have to make it happen right now. It looks like
it's pretty much one of the best shows we have up here. Like. Right. If it's the only good show that I'm getting booked on, I might as well make a name for myself on there. Because where else am I?
There you go, bro. Like I say, I think there's other ways of going about it. I understand by any means necessary, but I also understand what good friends you guys were. You guys were brothers, so I still don't understand.
I mean, it's what you got to do. And it's like I said, he was a brother to me, but then all of a sudden he got a big head, and now he's looking at me like I'm just trash. You don't understand. Like in the back, he looks at me as trash. He doesn't say it, but I can look him in his eyes and I see like he doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about if we have a team again.
No.
He doesn't even have to say it to me. I can tell from his eyes. He just wants to do his own thing. He doesn't care about me.
But But he's never said this to you. You're just assuming it by a face he makes.
I can look him in his eyes and tell.
Let me ask you this. Let's say Jason stood in the way of you in a title shot. PWL title shot. Let's say Jason stood in the way of that. You going to slam his knee in the door?
We've wrestled each other before.
I didn't say that. I said you're going to slam his knee in the door.
If it came down to it, maybe. But he's the one who raised me in this business like this. He's the one I learned from the most. I mean, I trained with people like Rocky Rage. I know he's a sore name to say. I don't really care. He was my trainer for a little bit. I went to House of Rage.
Right.
And I was trained by him. But Jason taught me so much more. And it's nothing against Rocky. I love him. I miss him. But Jason taught me what you need to do in this business. If you have an opportunity and you feel bad for taking it, you shouldn't be in the business. That's what he told me.
Okay.
So I'm not seeing a lot of opportunities come my way, so I might as well just make my own and take it.
I get it. I hate it. Like I say, I just wish you wouldn't have slammed his knee in the door, but damn it, I get it. Damn it. Do what you got to do. Just try not to hurt Ruck, and let's see. There's a few others I like. Don't hurt Paulie.
As long as Paulie keeps giving hugs, I'm not going to hurt Paulie. Paulie. We don't hurt Paulie. Paulie is a saint.
Try to leave OK alone.
Nah, I'll still slam him.
You slam OK. Damn.
He's coming up and he's amazing. Right. That don't mean I'm not gonna slam his knee in. Man. I might do his arm. Who knows? I might break one of his fingers, so now he can't do his OK symbol.
That's where we're at now. Okay, all right, fair enough. Like I say, it's been an enlightening interview, Tyler Jaxx. I totally understand the perspective now. Do we have any final words or anything before we wrap this bad boy up?
If anybody can book it, I want to be on a team to show what West Virginia has. And I want that team to be me, Lane Callie, Jason, and Zayden Kane. I want somebody to book this. I want somebody to let us show what young talent and new can do. Okay. And in that same team, I want there to show that we have amazing talent that will help the younger talent. Because I know damn well Zayden Kane and Jason will. So that's my last thing I'm going to say. Somebody book that. Somebody book a tag team match with me, Callie, Zayden, and Jason.
I like it. And it's funny you mentioned Zayden Kane. Rumor has it coming back to the podcast very soon. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, Unc.
There you go. I'm looking.
Hope you're doing good.
Well, Tyler, we've come to an end. I'm not as mad as I was. I'm still hurt. I really wish you would reconsider this whole Rucker deal. I don't mind the wrestling match, but
I can't go back now. I already slammed his knee in the door.
Can you at least try to keep it clean in this match on the second?
No.
Okay, you're honest. Like I say, I'm very conflicted, man, because I'm very pissed about that, but I totally get where you're coming from. So there does need to be a change. I will support the change as long as no one gets hurt. That's my.
There's gonna be a lot of people that get hurt.
Damn it.
Let's be honest on that.
I tell you what, I'll ask you to hang on the line, sir, if you will, so maybe I can talk some sense into you while we're not recording. To the listeners, stay tuned. It's been interesting. I'll tell you to treat each other with kindness and respect. If you have a problem with somebody, try to talk it out instead of slamming their knee in a door, for God's sakes. Maybe talk about it. But don't take no shit. Let's all come together, make indie wrestling in West Virginia. Let's make it shine, man. Let's make it shine. That's what I'm for. I love you. Plenty of great stuff coming up for the spooky season. I love y'all. We're out of here.